Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Football Manager Stream Save here on FM22. Apologies, it's been a few days. We were having a little bit of a dabble in Gran Turismo 7 on stream recently, alongside the FIFA recording, of course. But continuing forward today, you join me on match day, about to select the team for the game away from home against 22nd place Rotherham. Our form is not great. Their form is not great. We have just brought in Lee Bricknell on loan from Chelsea, who hopefully will add a little bit of quality into the middle of the pitch for the remainder of the season. We're looking to move on a couple of players if possible. Scott Bottler might potentially come in as well on a free, although I don't have much available in my current wage budget, about £2,000 or so. 2.5 as it happens. We confirmed the signing of Anthony Ralston in the last stream. We're very pleased to be welcoming him into the club next season. But we need the fixture list to ease off. It will do once we get out of January. But we're all knackered and not playing well because everybody's bloody tired. So I could really do with everybody getting a bit of a rest. And hopefully we will get that rest in the not too distant future. We're going to select the side here whilst I say thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. But for now, I'm going to let you guys drift into the next highlight whilst I just go and select my team, if you don't mind. Rotherham's lineup then. Josh Vickers in goal. Matthew Lowton at left back. Hello. Wes Harding, Michael E. Heatway and Tulai Bowler on the left-hand side. Marley Watkins, Rathbone, Wiles, Shane Ferguson, Michael Smith and Andy Cook round out their starting lineup. They are having a terrible season. We're having a below average season comparatively for where we were last year. So, let's get back on the horse. Let's get back to winning ways if we can. And try and take the game to the top half of the table. We are currently 9 points off the relegation zone and 12 points off the playoffs. So, rather understandably, I'd like to start moving up the table and close that gap and extend that gap. Ferguson with the delivery, Matt Smith with the header. Cambridge 1-0 down! Yay! Matt Smith rising highest. He's a very good striker, Matt Smith. And unfortunately, we are behind after 22 minutes. I'm good, thank you, FM player. How are you? You need Cambridge to get something from the game tomorrow. We will try our best, Tommy, but I can't guarantee that Cambridge will get anything away from home against Sheffield Wednesday. We haven't gotten anything away from home against the team that play near Sheffield in Rotherham. We've lost that by a goal to nil. And unfortunately, our poor form continues. Yeah, starting League One has been quite tough for us actually, because we've started off as one of the worst teams in the league, and we've had one breakout season, but we weren't able to convert it, and now because the finances still haven't been great, we've not been able to kick on and challenge in back-to-back seasons. I certainly hope that we will be able to in the not too distant future. Like I say, I'm not overly concerned for my job, but we're not absolutely untouchable by any stretch. See what we can do then. Away from home again, frustratingly, against Hull. Troy Deeney up top for them. They got Julian Ngoy in there. Ben Osborne's decent. They're in the playoffs. No, they're one spot outside the playoffs, Hull. But it goes without saying, playing a club the size of Hull with the resources that they have and we don't, it's going to be a really tough game. And this is our game in hand, I believe, as well. Corner from Ollie Norburn for us. Taking his time to wind up and deliver it. But I'm glad he did, because he's picked out Okadina, who scores his first goal of the season, and we take a 1-0 lead in the 12th minute. We don't score many set pieces, particularly corners, but Okadina has arrived and slammed that home. That's a great header. 1-0 Cambridge. There's only 5.5 minutes to go, plus stoppage. That's a lovely ball to Lyndon Gooch. You are kidding me. What was wrong with that challenge then? Tell me what was wrong with that challenge. We're going to have a win potentially stolen away from us by poor refereeing. There was nothing wrong with that challenge. He won the ball cleanly there, Lewis Mayo. That is unfair. Robbed indeed. Gentlemen, please hold on for at least a point. If not, maybe catch them on the counter and go for a dub. But here we go. There it is. 2-1 Hull. They have turned it around, and that's why they're in the playoffs, and that's why we're not anymore. And have then gone and scored 4 minutes on again. Lyndon Gooch with a second goal off the bench. Their subs have made the impact. Mine have not. I'll say I'm happy with their performance regardless, which I was. Sam Smith didn't have a very good game. We've got transfer deadline day to come between now and that game against Blackpool, but we're not looking to do any more business until Lincoln have now come in with a 90 grand bid for Lewis Mayo, and I'll get 20% of profit made. He's leaving us for free at the end of the season, and I could sign Scott Butler to replace him for free. I'm going to do that. Lewis Mayo is going to leave us, and I'm going to sign Scott Butler to replace him. Approach to sign. Wants to be a regular starter. Work towards long-term ambitions. To strengthen the midfield, yeah. We'll do all of that, but 2.2, we can afford that. Only on a 1-year deal. That's fine. No promotion wage rise, thank you very much. Signed. Scott Butler will come in. Lewis Mayo will leave. Mayo seeks payoff of 7.5 grand. Sure, fine. We might as well take a fee for him rather than let him leave on a free. It's not like him being at the club is going to be the difference between us challenging for the playoffs or not. It's a case of our season's going nowhere, so let's make some money rather than just have him play for the rest of the season for no real gain. Offers made for Shiloh Tracy. Exeter have offered us £63,000. Swindon have made a bid for Davenport as well. Right. Shiloh Tracy I'm happy to let go. To be fair, Davenport can go. We got the loanee, haven't we? I would like a bit more money, though. Mayo set for Lincoln. That's Lewis Mayo going. I'll make a parting comment saying you're more than welcome back. There's no way to come back while you're still manager. All right, see you, pal. You've been my first team all season. Literally, like... Screw you. He went out on loan for a year, and we were going to put him straight into the starting lineup, and he was going to play. And before we got the chance to do so, he was like, I'm leaving. I don't like it. I was like, hang on a second. And Charlotte Tracy's going to go to Exeter as well. Been a good servant to us, Shiloh, but he just doesn't have the quality to take us to that next level, unfortunately. So it makes sense to make some money for him, or make some money on him whilst we can. Shiloh Tracy has gone, so the club now have a little bit more money than we did, but the squad is obviously smaller than it was. Now then, I'm going to need to look to go and loan. Oh, I was going to try and sell Harvey Nibbs as well. We're going to lose him at the end of the season. We're in a tough spot, you know. A really tough spot. It's a Shiloh Tracy replacement for the rest of the season. Not you, Scott. A different Scott. Scott, who just joined the Patreon, Scott. Oh, hang on. No, different. Jacob Davenport, we've accepted a transfer bid. I must have turned them down. Oh, no, we couldn't agree a deal, could we? I can't remember. We must not have been able to agree a deal. Someone came in for him. Oh, yeah, and I asked for enough money, and they said no. But now Motherwell have offered Jacob Davenport a new deal or contract for the end of the season. There's no point in me trying to... We're going to be... Just bouncing around here, aren't I? We're going to be in trouble in the summer. With a small squad and no money. I really need a takeover. I really need a takeover. Yeah, we'll leave it as is. The team that just played the last game and actually played well against Hull, but didn't quite get the result, can play again against Blackpool, and hopefully we will get the result this time. Blackpool with Declan Rudd in goal. Freddie Ladapo up top is always going to be dangerous. Kiana Hoover in the defence, is always going to be solid as well. But we are sick and tired of these bad results. At home, in front of our own fans, let's play well. Let's get a result, please. Good cross. Harvey's there. That's 1-0 Cambridge. Again, another really good goal for us. Again, though, we are losing Harvey Nibbs at the end of the season. Unless we can somehow manage to convince him to sign another contract, he will be leaving us at the end of the year, and we will be really stuck up top. Or something silly, like Ebanks Landell lumping it long for no reason whatsoever when he's got options to play it short. When he's asked to not play it long. And it's going to cost us a goal. Ebanks Landell, that's why you're not in my fucking starting lineup, you moron. What's the point in playing all that possession football to then just lump it? Oh, never mind. 1-1. Blackpool. The better side here. But if we can squeak a point, we'll take the point. Starting to look rather cautiously over my shoulder and down the table rather than optimistically up it. Which is never good. But with no money and players leaving left, right and centre and having to rely on loans, we are not in a great spot as a club. But we're getting a point there against Blackpool. We'll take it. We'll take that. Good result, literally almost my exact phrasing. We'll take it. The point against Blackpool is decent. And we've got a full week till we play Huddersfield now. Nibs is set for a goal bonus, which is fine. Given some first team football, Scott Butler could progress into a decent player. So let's give him the first team football that he needs to progress into a decent player, shall we? Released by Swansea. Played in League 2 for Newport. Played to a relatively high standard over the course of 2 seasons in the games that he played. So we'll give him the opportunity in League 1 now. I'm in need of people in every position for the rest of time. See what we can do here at home against Huddersfield. Sam Gallagher up top for them. Naby Sarr at the back. Lewis Baker's in their midfield. It's a hell of a team for Huddersfield. They've just come down, but we're going to try and put an end to our poor form. We just got a point at home against Blackpool. Let's see if we can get a point or more at home against Huddersfield. Oh my God. Possession in their half. Can you believe it? I was going to say in before we lose it and they counter and score. We lost it, but they haven't countered and scored. Bricknell. That's a lovely ball. Come on, Sam. Angle's tight, but there's support there. Rolando Aarons. We're trying our best here, but we're not necessarily on the same wavelength, are we? Is that going to be a penalty, though? It is. The referee points to the spot. Edmonds Green trips Sam Smith and the chance to take the lead. And the 27th now into the 28th minute at home against Huddersfield. Sam Smith has been reliable from the spot thus far in the save and continues to be 1-0 United. Yellers. Yeah, Huddersfield are flying in real life, you're right. Femi delivers. Sam Smith's there. It's 2. 2 goals inside 10 minutes. I just said he's well past his injury now. He certainly is. We lead by 2-0 at home against Huddersfield. This is the reaction we wanted from that team meeting. Femi played in, stands the ball up. Sam Smith positions himself well in the middle of the goal and nods home. Yellers. No, we won't change the tactics. Thank you very much. It seems to be working quite well as is. Although we have had to rely on Dimmy making a number of saves. Baker, Gallagher, Low Everton. That's a nice ball. Great finish, Alfie Doty. Huddersfield are back in it. And that spells danger. I don't know how many goals Sam Gallagher has for Huddersfield in this save so far. Oh, how lucky do you want to get? Proper pinball. Proper pinball. They've just taken Sam Gallagher off, actually. Watch how this bounces around. Comes back in. Weston heads it. It hits Thompson, then hits off Doherty as well. Or Doty. And then they're level. I mean, it's probably no less than they deserve, but when luck's not with you, luck's not with you. I changed the tactics to shorter passing, and we're playing longer passing. I don't understand. Told you we might lose it. Fuck's sake. Never mind, eh? 7 points the gap to the relegation zone. Starting to get worried. With top of the table Walsall away next. Starting to get a little worried. 7 without a win. I doubt it, but you never know. Now, what does a fixture list look like? Obviously we're getting the week off at time. I mean, look at that. That's just horrendous. Again, our fixture list has been so unfair. Well, not unfair, just unfortunate. Top of the table, Walsall next to come as well. Then 8th place Crew. Then Accrington and Wickham and Plymouth and Orient. Their games. Accrington, Wickham, Plymouth, Orient are games we have to take some points from. We have to take some points from. There's no excuse to not to. Walsall with Anthony Spiro up top. Fully expect him to score a hat-trick. Charlie Wellens in the back as well. Everybody expects us to lose, so there's no pressure whatsoever. Everybody expects us to lose, including your manager. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, that's true, Connor. That's a worldie nearly. Once we're confirmed as safe, it might be worth trying the new system this season. Oh, it's a lovely ball in behind. And, well, that's the sort of finish you don't stop. They did turn on the style. That was impressive, to say the least, wasn't it? Half-decent performance as well. In the defeat against Huddersfield, we played well. In the defeat against Walsall, we played well. So, home against Crew. They're in the playoffs and have put back-to-back wins together. We obviously haven't won in 8 now in the league. But after this game, we have a run of games against teams that are around us in the league. So I'd really like to avoid defeat here so we can at least head into those games in some sort of positive mood. That's a nice run by Willow. How's your delivery? Not bad. Sam Smith said that's 1-0 Cambridge. Good goal. Good goal, lads. Good goal. We've done that far too often recently and then conceded loads at the other end and it's not helped. Pleased with the start at least. And it's worked. We're going to get a win. Nice work, lads. Everybody played well. That is a proper team performance. We've broken the duck. We've got the win on the board. And now hopefully we can run into the next few games against teams that are around us and start to pick up the results. Charlie Holmes looks really good. I'd be very keen on getting him in next season on loan if we can. Right, don't change the winning team, Ches. So they'll go out again, other than putting Linford Saki on the right. They'll go out again and hopefully get the result. Go on, lads. Get it done. Please. Aki Stanley with Colby Bishop and Charlie Brown up top. Are they playing 2 up top? I'm not sure. We owe them after the last time we played them, though, apparently. Away from home. Please build on that Crew result. Let's not finally get a win and then immediately lose the momentum. Oh my god, there's nothing you can do about that. Pick that one out, I believe is the phrase. That's a fucking belter. Ollie's won it back. Can Jack do better? Yes, he can. Good defending to force Sam Smith wide, though. But they're not going to stop Harvey Nibbs grabbing his 16th goal of the season. Back level! Good! Come on, then. Encourage. But don't just lump it. Actually do something positive. They're going to go down to 10 men. Cotterill takes out Tom Pearce. And in the 57th minute, Accrington are down to 10 men. As we're on the attack with just a couple of minutes left. Tom Pearce is on a great run. Rolando Aarons is in. There are men in the middle, one of which is Nibbs. It's flicked away. Femi will recover. He's got support around him. He's whipped another good ball in. It's going to fall to Sam Smith, who slams it against the woodwork. And that's the difference between putting together a run of results and staying solidly mid-fucking-table. A couple of centimetres. Oh, so unlucky. And that's what helped last year as well. Was going on a good cup run. And that we haven't been able to do this year. And we also sold Harvey for a couple of mil. But we haven't had that financial leap yet that we quite clearly need to try and take this team to the next level. Wickham. Below us in the table. Will Norris in goal for them still. We're away. Go and give the fans their money's worth. We never do well at Wycombe away in real life. I don't know what our head-to-head is like in this save so far, but it's not a game that I ever really look forward to. But we shall try and take the game to them because they're clearly low on confidence because they're having a poor season, although they are 10th in the form table, so they have started to try and turn their form around as we too are trying to turn our form around. So it's the case of who's going to be the team that resurges up the table better, them or us? Maybe them. That might be your answer immediately at the end of my sentence. After 45 seconds, Thompson scores from 1,000 yards out. I don't know, it came through so many bodies per exit. Came through so many bodies. It would have been really hard to see and would have had to have reacted late in case it took a deflection. It's not necessarily the keeper's fault, even though it did look kind of dodgy. Oh, how? Yes! Saki's there. First goal of the season, but it's only his second game. We're level within 3 minutes of going behind. Come on then. Let's get at them. I guess avoiding defeat against sides that are around us in the table is decent, but we have higher aspirations than just mid-table obscurity. But perhaps we still are evidently we still are lacking the quality needed to consistently challenge at the top. We might have players that overperform, like Sam Smith, like Harvey Nibbs, but they're not able to overperform so much so that it carries us to somewhere where we shouldn't be regularly. We've got an okay attack, we've got an okay midfield, we've got an okay defence. And we're getting okay results, and we're going to finish in an okay position for a club of our size. Dakota's still scoring goals. Dinladi's having a great season in League 2 with Bristol Rovers at Cam. Did it hear me? Did it hear me? Did it hear me? Cambridge chairperson looking to step aside. Cambridge United chairperson Paul Barry is looking to sell the club, and a local investor could be in line to take over in the near future. Have we just lucked out? Have I just gone off on a mini rant saying I need a takeover? The only thing I need is a takeover. And now the board Paul Barry's looking to step aside. Are we about to get a takeover, or at least have the chance of a takeover? Are we going to get what we dream for, what we need, what this club absolutely needs? This is absolutely a match we should be winning, though, so I am putting the pressure on them. We desperately want to win this game against Plymouth. Let's show to any potential buyers we are a club worth buying, and we have some potential to move forward and move further up the league and up the leagues, plural. That's a lovely ball from Mackenzie Kirk. Sam Smith won't miss. 19th goal of the season. We take the lead against Plymouth. Excellent assists from Mackenzie Kirk. Fair play to him. We'll take that. We lead by a goal to 0. I will praise them. What else I can do? 6 minutes added on because of the Kirk injury. And now there's a highlight. Don't do it to me, game. Don't do it to me. I'd rather win 1-0 than potentially risk losing everything. Never mind, we're going to win 2-0. Way up the yellows! Someone come and buy the club and give me all the money! Someone come and buy the club and give me all the money, please. We might be relegating or contributing heavily to Plymouth's relegation, whilst also trying to secure our own future. Up the yellows! Vamos. We get the win by 2-0 against Plymouth Argyle. It is exactly what we hoped would happen when we knew we were playing a relegation-threatened side. Someone that's certainly a lot more relegation-threatened than ourselves. We get the win. And upcoming next is another game against torn calf muscle from Mackenzie Kirk. Well, there goes any option we have of alternatives at striker. But we've had some really tough fixtures at the same time, like Rotherham, Hull twice, Huddersfield, Walsall atop of the table. We have the opportunity to potentially finish the season strong-ish. The board of returns. Right, okay, here we go. We can get a new senior affiliate. Arsenal or Norwich? I would lean towards Norwich because they're more likely to actually loan me the players, whereas Arsenal wouldn't. I'm going to say Norwich. I'm going to recommend Norwich. We're more likely to be able to get players from Norwich in. They're local as well. We'll cancel the link to Chelsea. And we now have a senior partnership with Norwich City. Leyton Orient, right bottom of the table, playing awfully. We are away, but it absolutely is still a game that we should win. If we consider ourselves even having any sort of potential at all as a team, as a squad, then surely we should win this game. Butler wins that header well. Norburn's there, he's offside. We won't get the opening goal inside the minutes, but at least we've had the ball in the back of the net and made them question themselves already. They're like, great, here we go again. And now they're 1-0 up against us, because of course they are. Aiden, the glasses of destiny aren't working. We're 1-0 down. That's a lovely ball. In Sam Smith we trust. In Sam Smith we trust. 20th goal of the season. And we're level again. Now we need to push on. Lovely run by Sam. Lovely ball by Femi. And he's got the composure to take it past the defender and bury it. Excellent finish. Yes, Joseph, there is absolutely the possibility that the board takeover could see me lose my job. But it's a risk I am willing to take to potentially take the club financially onto the next level. We're not going to get the win here, are we? We're only going to draw with a side that are 15 points from safety. They're now going to be 14 points from safety because they've got a point against us. Or are we going to win it at the death? No. Remy with a comfortable save. We could have done. We could yet lose it at the death as well. Would sum up this season, wouldn't it? Come on, he's there making the run. Just pass the ball, Sam. Bloody hell. A strong result for Sheffield Wednesday, probably, as we get a weak result against Leyton Orient. They've lost 22 of their opening 38 games, and then they go and get a point against us. Because of course they do. A win would have taken us above 50 points and up another place in the table, but of course we're not able to do that. Have slammed the team. We're unbeaten in 5 though, which is yay, unbeaten in 5, but can't say is it's spectacular, is it? Oh God. Well done, Jack. Unbeaten run continues. Yay, we've got Barnsley next, though, and they're really good. Barnsley are pushing for promotion, as we were last year, and as we are not this year. This year, I'll be lucky to keep my job if there's a takeover. Hopefully, they trust me to, if there is a takeover, they trust me to take the club forward. But rumours of a potential board takeover, supposedly, but, I mean, we know for a fact that Paul Barry has said that he intends to sell, so a takeover is on the way. But that is going to bring this YouTube video to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. We will be live again very soon with more Football Manager, but for now, that's all for this YouTube video. Thank you very much, lads. I will see you next time.